Are you rushing to pay off your loans early? Hold on. What if I told you that paying off your loan faster might not be the smartest move? Have you considered that there might be better ways to use that money? Could paying off your loan early actually be costing you more in the long run? In this video, I'm going to reveal the powerful strategies they use instead, and why early loan payoff could be silently draining your wealth. If you've ever asked, should I clear my loan as fast as possible? Stay with me till the end. The truth will shock you and might just change your financial life. If you believe you're built for more, subscribe now. We're here to guide you with tools, strategies, and stories that actually make a difference. Now, let's begin. Number 1. Stop killing growth. Invest the difference. People feel proud when they throw extra cash at their loans. It feels responsible. But here's the uncomfortable truth. You're unknowingly choking your financial growth. If you're paying off a low-interest loan, say a 3.5% mortgage or a 5% student loan, instead of investing that money into high-performing assets like index funds, dividend stocks, or real estate, you're making an emotional decision, not a strategic one. While the loan payoff gives psychological relief, it often robs you of mathematical advantage. Historically, the S&P 500 has averaged a 10% annual return. So, if you invest $500 per month instead of using it to prepay your mortgage, in 20 years, you'd have over $330,000. In contrast, paying off that same $500 per month in advance might save you just $60K in interest. Which sounds smarter now? Let me tell you about Brian Feroldi, a financial educator who famously said, paying off low-interest debt early is like planting a tree and then ripping it out before it grows fruit. He kept his 2.75% mortgage but invested every extra dollar. Today, his dividend income alone covers his living expenses. That's freedom. That's wealth with leverage. Number 2. Stop confusing control with security. Build a real safety net. Here's a real-life story. Jessica, a Canadian financial expert, had $38,000 in student debt but chose not to pay it off early. Instead, she invested in herself, built a dividend income stream, started her own financial podcast, and grew a six-figure business. That wouldn't have happened if all her money went into killing her loan just to feel in control. Most people think paying off their loan early gives them control and peace of mind. But here's the harsh truth. It often leaves them dangerously exposed. Control and security are not the same thing. You might feel in control because your debt is shrinking, but if you don't have a solid emergency fund, health insurance, or investment buffer, one unexpected crisis, job loss, medical emergency, or car breakdown can wreck your entire financial foundation. Paying off a loan early without a financial cushion is like jumping out of a plane and congratulating yourself for shedding extra weight, without realizing you forgot the parachute. Number 3. Stop demonizing debt. Learn how to leverage it like the wealthy. Here's something they don't teach in school. Not all debt is bad. In fact, wealthy people use debt to accelerate returns. It's called leverage, borrowing money to invest in income-producing assets. Instead of eliminating debt, they use it. You can put $40,000 into paying off a student loan, or use it as a down payment for a $200,000 rental property. One shrinks your liability. The other builds a cash flow asset that grows in value while someone else pays the mortgage. Sarah, a 31-year-old nurse from Denver, took a leap. Instead of clearing her student debt, she used $25,000 as a down payment on a duplex. Her tenants now cover the loan, and she earned $600 per month in passive income. 10 years later, the property is worth $310,000. Meanwhile, her debt was paid off gradually through her day job. Debt didn't destroy her, it funded her future. The poor and middle class use debt to get poorer. Ask yourself, is your debt destroying you, or could it actually unlock the next level of your life? Number 4. Stop donating to the IRS. Use tax benefits the smart way. If you're rushing to pay off a mortgage, student loan, or business debt early, congrats, you're unknowingly donating extra money to the IRS. And no, this isn't a joke. Certain loans come with powerful tax-deductible benefits, especially mortgage interest and student loan interest. By eliminating those loans early, you're removing legitimate tax write-offs that could reduce your taxable income by thousands. Sophia Amoruso, founder of Nasty Gal, didn't obsess over early debt payoff. Instead, she built her business with strategic debt, took advantage of tax write-offs, and funneled profits into revenue-generating assets. She scaled to millions, then cleaned up her debts once wealth was built. That's the smart order. Paying off tax-deductible debt early is like throwing away a buy one get one free coupon and still paying full price, just because it feels cleaner. Smart money doesn't just pay bills, it leverages the system. Number 5. Stop fighting inflation. Let it work for you. This one might shock you. Inflation is your silent ally when you have fixed-rate debt. Let's say you borrowed $100,000 today. 10 years from now, thanks to 3% average inflation, the real value of that money is only about $74,000. In other words, the longer you take to repay it, the cheaper it becomes. But most people rush to pay it off now, when the dollars are still strong. That's like paying extra just to feel better. Consider Anthony, who bought a home in 2012 with a 30-year fixed mortgage at 3.5%. Today, his $1,300 per month mortgage feels laughably cheap as rent prices soar. Meanwhile, inflation chipped away at his debt every year. Instead of paying it off early, he invested his surplus into index funds that have doubled in value since. Remember this: smart people inflate away their debt while their income and assets grow. Poor people pay today's full value without realizing the discount tomorrow brings. Ask yourself, are you paying your loan in strong dollars when you could be paying it off in weaker ones? Number 6. Stop starving your cash flow. Protect your liquidity. If you're aggressively paying off your loans without leaving room to breathe financially, you're not being disciplined, you're being dangerously rigid. Cash flow is the lifeblood of wealth, and without it, even debt-free people stay broke. Paying off a $25,000 car loan at 6% might save you $1,500 in interest over time, but if it drains your savings or limits your monthly cash, you lose opportunities that could earn you way more, like investing in high-yield savings, monthly dividend stocks, or a side hustle that could make you $500 to $1,000 per month. If your loan payments are choking your cash flow, you're not buying freedom, you're burning flexibility. Keep your money moving, accessible, and earning. Liquidity is the difference between surviving a storm and drowning in it. Paying off loans early while killing your cash flow is like canceling your health insurance because you haven't been sick. Look smart until disaster strikes. Number 7. Stop closing credit doors. Preserve and build your score. Alex paid off a $15,000 car loan early and closed 2 old credit cards thinking he was making grown-up moves. But the next time he applied for a mortgage, his score dropped to 660, and the bank offered a 7.2% interest rate instead of 5.5%, costing him over $36,000 more in interest over the loan's life. Now look at Rachel. She kept her accounts open, paid off her balances monthly, and used a cashback credit card to cover everyday expenses, building up her credit score to 780 plus. That let her buy her first home with just 3% down and lock in ultra-low mortgage rates, saving her over $50,000 over time. She even earned $1,200 a year in cashback by using her credit card smartly. Most people think paying off loans early and closing credit accounts makes them look financially responsible, but in reality, it can quietly damage their credit score, kill future borrowing power, and block access to high-leverage financial tools. Your credit score isn't just a number. It's your passport to low-interest mortgages, business loans, credit card rewards, and real estate leverage. FICO scoring models reward a long credit history, a strong credit mix, and responsible usage, not early closures. If you pay off and close that student loan or credit card, you might actually shrink your credit age and reduce your available credit, both of which pull down your score. A lower score means you'll pay more in interest, get denied for rental applications, and even lose out on job offers in sensitive industries. In every video, I try to discuss and address the factors that surely improve the chances of your success. If you like this also, subscribe the channel, like and share the wealthy knowledge to your loved ones. If you want to know how and why compounding work only with large amount of money, then watch this video. I'll see you there.